Shame is something I think that everybody experiences, but kind of have a hard time really exploring, especially with a partner. Can you tell us a little bit about the kind of clinical side of that?
Mhm. Shame is very deep, contributed a lot to the way we perceive ourselves. Guilt, we might feel about a particular behavior or event. Shame is more a sense of having a negative outlook on ourselves in a general sense or certain characteristics we've applied to ourselves and feel a negative view of ourselves, almost like an embarrassment or a sense of insecurity. Money is absolutely related. Money is so integral part of our stories and in our society, it's elevated as such a piece of who we are, what socioeconomic status we have, how we handle our money, how much of a provider we are, or what kind of material items we have in comparison to others. When individuals have shame around money, they're going to want to push it down, suppress it. It's going to come out in other ways, probably in more negative behaviors, deceit, or maybe acting out financially or taking risks. Shame is such an important topic. We want to shed a light on the shame. The more we bring these things to the surface, they won't hold such a shadow, this inner discomfort, feeling like we have to avoid parts of ourselves. When we really bring it to light, it's understandable where that shame came from. Somewhere in your history, somewhere in your family story, it can create a fight or flight response inside of us. Have you seen this in your office with your clients where you'll almost see them have a physiological response when talking about money? It's because an important and weighted area in our lives, it really represents safety, security, power. It can create in the body a fight or flight response. When we don't feel calm, we might impulsively spend or make a big investment or do the other flight, which is avoidance, which is not paying the bills, not looking at our bank account statements. And that can be really problematic too, or just avoidance in my couples work, talking about it, dealing with it, facing it with our partners when there's some kind of deep rooted shame involved with our money stories or our money behaviors from the past.
Would you say that having those conversations, with a professional like yourself paves the way to create very straightforward solutions, from that sort of financial planning perspective? Once you tackle the emotional side, then the solution is much easier than maybe the individual or couple thought.
Once we kind of clear up some of these unconscious dynamics, or as you said, barriers or traumas or beliefs that are no longer serving us, we can make decisions around money in a really grounded, rational way. It is emotional, and sometimes we could say it's even irrational the way we deal with money. So it's not that it should always be dealt with rationally because there are lots of nuance to our finances. So I'm not suggesting that, but if we're way over on the emotional side and way in dysfunctional cycle around it, we're not going to be able to make sound decisions in finances. It's helpful that any of your clients or those listening, if they feel like they have some old challenging difficulties with money, we recommend going to a therapist or seeking out professional support.